I thought it would be super fun to reach back into the past, back to 2011 and subsequent years, and share some of my old blog posts with you, which were actually the launching pad to this podcast. They're all posted in a section called Thoughts by Me on my website. I'll put a link in the description. And there's actually some fun recipes on there that I had completely forgotten about that I will be revisiting. And there's some interesting challenges, like life challenges that I challenged myself to that I blogged about. Kind of fun. So let's take a blast to the past. Thoughts from the Couch, Part 2 from November of 2012. I separated this into two thoughts so I could address them individually. I couldn't let the other comment go without a thought. As the three of us sat on the couch, nephew also said, "And when I have kids, I'll never kick them out either, like my dad did." He's 22 and he was recently kicked out of his dad's house, which is how he came to be here. He had dropped out of school his senior year and been doing nothing but hanging out with friends for 4 years. He didn't have an ID, a social security number, or even a birth certificate. Hubby takes him for the last piece of it, his social security card, tomorrow. Then he can look for a job, his first one. Yay! Now, I love my nephew, but no one ever taught him that he has to work for what he wants, or that lesson never sunk in. That seems to be a common misconception for people, that they deserve what they have and that they're owed or entitled something and it'll be handed to them. They have a right to the telephone. They have a right to computer access. They have a right to television and a right to a job. What's in it for me is people's main question. Neither God nor the world owes us anything. There is no such thing as fair. For that matter, in most of life, fair is irrelevant. Nephew might have been kicked out for the wrong reasons, but it was the best thing to ever happen to him. I can't wait till he realizes it one day. Me. One day, you will eat your words, nephew. Oh, no, I won't. Me. Okay, so you're going to keep your kids there and continue to take care of them while they sit around with no job, no direction? You're going to support them forever and not teach them how to live on their own? How many more years would you have sat there doing nothing? Nephew. Possible crickets chirping in the background. Oh, I guess you're right. We should always be careful what we say. When we defiantly announce that we will never, God will usually present us with that very situation. Proverbs 18:20-22 says this: "From the fruit of their mouth a person's stomach is filled. With the harvest of their lips they are satisfied. The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit." I actually did an entire series on this at the end of 2023. You should go check it out. Power of Words. My mouth runs away before my thoughts catch up to it sometimes, but I try not to say things like that because they usually bite me in the butt. If nephew hadn't gotten kicked out, he would have been stuck in the same rut for who knows how many years. He would have no idea how much groceries cost or learned moderation. He wouldn't know how to hand wash a dish, something everyone should know. Technology breaks, and in my city, most people don't use the dishwasher because of the water problems. He wouldn't have realized bathrooms and laundry need cleaning regularly. He would have just allowed his dad to continue supporting his lazy lifestyle. In his own words, he said, "I'm just a lazy person." I just hope he continues to learn and grow here. Hopefully he'll build a relationship with God too. I get frustrated with some things he does or doesn't do, But I have to remember he comes from a different background than me, and there were things he just wasn't taught. That is so common in this age. I wonder if he just took everything for granted and figured he didn't have to bother learning to be self reliant and not expect others to take care of him. I don't think he even knows the reason he never bothered to do anything for himself. I'll just keep reminding him that he was created on purpose, not by accident. God doesn't make mistakes. We do. Thank you so much for being here today. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button right there for me. And click the bell if you want notifications. And hit that like button too. And I will see you next time. Maranatha.
And now that he's washed me clean, I want to follow where he leads. We were made to love, we were made to give. The reason why we're here, the reason why he gave us life. We were made to show the love of Christ. We know this is why we're here, this is why he gave us life. So let his love shine through in everything we do. It's all for love.